Hey everyone, welcome to the channel, especially if you're new around here. This is the video on how to install an EZDisc wheel. I wanted to put a short intro to this video because what you're about to see are clips, well not clips, but the full video on how to install it from another video that I recently filmed, which was about my triathlon equipment upgrades, and I'll put a link to that in the cards. If you're new around here, do subscribe, it is always appreciated. And let's get to the video to show you how I went about installing the wheel. Right, so I'm going to have a go now at putting this EZDisc wheel on, and I've just set up my area quite simply. I've got my race wheel just here. The EZDisc covers come here, and then in the pack you get these stickers which actually go on the inside of the rim just to protect it, but you also get the binding screws, a bit of electrical tape that's additional, and then this sticker as well that goes over that hole. It seems fairly simple to do. I've watched a few videos, I've read their instructions. Let's get on with it. Right, so the first thing to do with this is to remove the cassette, and luckily I'm actually changing my cassette, so yeah, it's a good time to do this. So you are going to need a few tools. Obviously you're going to need the chain whip. Let's get that on there. I'll put it the right way around. Let's get that on there. Get that. There we go. Let me get that chain. I'll get that cassette off. Now, before I actually put any of the EZDisc wheel on, I think one of the most important things is to clean the wheel, because there is probably lots of grime and brake dust and all sorts around this wheel, and yeah, you can see just from my fingers from touching it. Now, I think it's important that we clean the wheel, because if we're going to use stickers to secure things and tape, then we want the wheel to be as clean as possible so we get that tape to adhere pretty well. Okay, now that I've cleaned the wheel, I'm going to attach the stickers, which are these things here, and they usually go just around the edge of the edge, somewhere in there. I think really what it is to protect, so where the EZDisc wheel meets the rim, it's to add a bit of protection. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and measure this up by eye. So I'm going to place the valve cover over and try and get it fairly central, and then I'm going to get a pencil and draw around it, and I think that will help me where to just mark out where I need to put the tape. But also I think when it comes to fitting the disc cover, I can then measure it and make sure that line is the equal distance from the braking track all the way around. It's a little bit anal, but I think it's worth doing properly. So as you can see, that's the taping of the inside done, and what I did is with the line that I made, I've just overlapped the tape by about 1 millimeter or so, so it's just peeking past it. Now that's all pretty much done. The next job is to get the actual disc covers on, and I'm just going to place them on, line them up with my marks, electrical tape them on just temporarily, and then get through some of the cable ties to start securing it. Good to go. Right, so it's time to get this thing secure. What we're going to do is flip the wheel over, so you can see I've secured it with the electrical tape just on the outside. flip it over, and then we're going to use the cable ties. So you've got a load of little perforated holes in the cover, and I think the idea is that you line one of those holes up with your spokes, and you want, well, I suppose the more you've got, the more secure it is, but I think I'm going to probably go with at least 5 or 6. Yeah, and just match up one of the holes to the spokes. We feed the cable tie through, and you want the thicker end, or the bit that you secure it with, inside. Okay, and I'm not going to do it tight at the moment. I'm just going to do it nice and, well, fairly loose, get them all on, and then I'll tighten them after. And you are going to need snips to snip the ends off of these as well. Right, let's crack on with that, get that done. Right, so that's the way it kind of looks. As you can see, all of those threaded through. They're not tightened yet. I will do that next. And then that's what it kind of looks like on the other side. So it is fairly neat and tidy. Will I secure a few more? I don't know, I'm gonna see first. I've got 6 on there. I'm gonna see first how tight that goes and whether I do need any more on it. Okay, so that's more or less one side of this wheel done. I'm not going to remove any of the tape yet because I'm going to move on to the other side. Now, with this part of the cover, you don't actually have to clip it in. There are holes, as you can see, just around it. And I think the idea is that you match those holes up with these ones on this side, and then we use the bolts that we have here to attach it together, more or less. And then the last job, I think, is taking off the tape, and then we'll seal up around the edges. So that, my friends, is the EZDisc wheel installed, and I might loosen these off a little bit because I don't think they should be indented as that much, but yeah, it's pretty simple to do. The only thing I've got to do now is secure the tape around the outside, put the cassette back on, and yeah, we are pretty much done. So there we have it, guys. That's the EZDisc wheel all installed. The only thing I've got to do is put the last decal on here just to cover that hole, but I'm gonna mess about on my wheel before I do that. But yeah, we're all good. It was fairly simple to do. The only difference I did was when I didn't use the electrical tape around the edge. They gave extra tape to protect your rim, the stuff that I used right at the beginning. I used that because it is curved. It just went on a lot better, and you can always order more of those and you get plenty in the box, so I use that instead. Whether that's the right thing to do, who knows, but I can't see how it's going to be a problem. But there you go, upgrade number 1 complete. We're ready to go. So everyone, I hope that video was useful and it's giving you an idea of how simple it is to install the EZDisc wheel. I will be following up with a video in a few weeks when I've used it a little bit longer about my thoughts and giving you my honest opinion on the wheel itself, so do stay tuned for that. And I'll see you all in the next one.